It's Dizzy. I am out at the farm. It's a nice day out here, fairly warm. Not a lot of clouds, a bit breezy, no windy. And I have a lot that I'd planned on getting done this week. However, it ain't happening. Monday and Tuesday pretty much went as planned. Wednesday, I had an early dentist appointment, so I only fed my horses. And Wednesday's the day I should have been cleaning the backfield, but I knew I wouldn't have enough time before I had to get to the dentist. And I didn't really want to go to the dentist, but I didn't have much choice. I had 2 teeth that I had to have pulled. Not fun. Molar, one on the left, one on the right. Before they pulled them, they did make molds so they could set me up with temporary partial dentures because I was having trouble eating. And figured I'd be able to get out here Thursday morning and get everything caught up. Licorice, I get out here on Wednesday morning and was in the wrong section of the field. He's a brat that way. And I don't know if the electric wasn't working or because they had the blankets on, she was just able to duck under the wire. But got her out, got everybody fed, got my teeth pulled, and ran some errands. Of course, the wind is now blowing, and didn't really do much of anything. I think I had some French fries, some yogurt and some applesauce for dinner. And it's like, I can't really eat that well. So I figured, I'd be able to get out here tomorrow and get the stuff done. Well, get out here Thursday, and when I woke up Thursday morning, for some reason, my hips were really hurting me. It's like I managed to get everybody fed, but just barely. Went home and had noticed a guy on my street had put out a bunch of wood by the side of the street, and I needed firewood. I was thinking it was all sassafras, but when I pulled up to grab it, I realized that most of it was oak. So yeah, I was glad to grab that. And got home and finally, after taking a break, was managed to get all that in the house. It was small enough that I could cut it up with my little chainsaw in the house. And that was basically all the wood that I had. Well, I was not thinking. I was in pain from the mouth, pain from the hips, feeling really kind of out of it, and I did something stupid. Normally when I had the little chainsaw, if I'm cutting something off, I cut that way. For some reason, I cut that way. And I was holding the piece of wood with my other hand. I don't think I had to tell you what happened, but just in case you can't figure it out, I hit my hand with that little chainsaw. Didn't feel anything at first, but I looked down and realized that, I cut myself. And that wasn't a little cut. So I went upstairs holding the cut together. Wasn't bleeding yet, but I knew it was probably going to start and that the pain was probably going to start. Able to get a bandage around it and drove myself to the hospital. Realized when I got there that I didn't have my phone with me. It's like little hospitals are great. I come in, had my hand up in the air because, I know you just need to keep it above your head for the pain and also to help keep the blood from flowing. They handed me a bunch of gauze, got my name, told me to go sit down. Normally you had to sign and they just took my name without having to write anything down. Started feeling sick finally from the pain. So they got me a wheelchair so I didn't have to walk. And then they finally wheeled me back and get me checked in. And they, standard questions, and they asked me, do you have any weapons on you? And it's like, I think I have a knife in my back pocket. And it didn't even faze him. He said small hospital, farming community, so they're probably used to that sort of thing. And of course, they asked what happened. They figured out I cut myself with a knife while I was making dinner. It's like, nah, a little chainsaw doing firewood. Didn't turn a hair. Of course, they had to do x-rays to make sure I didn't hit the bone, which I didn't. And I now have 6 stitches in my finger. Needless to say, I can't bend it. It was fun trying to get washed today because I can't get that wet. I was finally able to hold the shower head in my left hand so I didn't have to use that and still get washed because I felt kind of scuzzy. And called and let the farm owner know that other than my horses, I wasn't going to be able to do any other horses today. It basically took everything out of me to finish getting the wood cut up last night and this morning. Didn't even make a fire last night. It went down in the upper 20s. Got some of it cut when I got home from the hospital. Got the rest of it cut this morning. Was able to get a fire going. Sat for a long time. Went up and finally got my shower. Finally got breakfast. I really need to do dishes. I'm going to have to get some gloves and wait until tomorrow because while I'll be able to tomorrow morning to get a shower without worrying about this. The only way I can do dishes is by wearing a glove. I have some nitrile gloves, but they're not really high enough. I need to get a regular pair of gloves. I need to get some Vaseline to keep on it. But it's like, thank God that it wasn't worse than it is. Go back in 10 to 14 days to get the stitches out. And all I had to do is just go back into the ER and they'll take them out. But that was not a smart thing to do. It's like, I know better than that. And all I can say is God was watching out for me because that could have really been bad. So I am done at here. Because I didn't feed anybody else's horses except for mine. And it basically took everything out of me to just get done what I've done. So I'm going to go home and I'm going to relax and I'll talk to you later.